Imagine a woman stepping onto the global stage, her presence commanding yet elusive, her smile warm but guarded. She's Usha Vance, the Second Lady of the United States in 2025, the first Indian American and Hindu to hold the title. But who is she really? A lawyer, a mother, a cultural bridge between two worlds, yet her story feels like a book with pages still unwritten. What secrets does Usha Vance carry behind her poised exterior? From her ancestral roots in Andhra Pradesh to the corridors of Washington, D.C., her journey is a tapestry of ambition, heritage, and quiet power. Buckle up because this tale of Usha Vance will keep you guessing, and you won't want to stop reading. Usha Bala Chilukuri Vance was born in 1986 in the working-class suburbs of San Diego, California, to parents who carried the weight of their Indian heritage across oceans. Her family hails from Vedluru, a village in Andhra Pradesh, where tradition and resilience are woven into the very soil. Did you know her grandfather was friends with the village head's grandfather? That's the kind of legacy Usha carries, a connection to a place where temples stand as testaments to time, and her family's story is whispered in the community's pride. Her parents, both Hindu and deeply tied to their culinary roots, are described as excellent cooks by Usha herself, with her mother and grandmother shaping her love for traditional Indian meals like chana masala and lamb dishes. But what else did they pass down? Their names remain private, a deliberate choice that adds to Usha's mystique, as if her origins are a puzzle only she holds the key to. Raised in a tight-knit household, Usha grew up alongside her sister, Shreya Chilukuri, a brilliant engineer who shuns the spotlight even more than Usha does. Two sisters, two paths, one shared heritage. How do they balance tradition and ambition? Usha's childhood was steeped in Hindu values and academic rigor, setting the stage for a life that would defy expectations. She excelled in school, but here's a twist: she didn't dream of politics or public life. Her heart was set on history and law, a quiet ambition that would lead her to Yale, Cambridge, and eventually the White House. Who would have thought a girl from San Diego would become a global symbol of cultural fusion? From a village in India to the second highest office in America, Usha Vance's story is anything but ordinary. What's the secret behind her meteoric rise? Usha's professional journey is a masterclass in understated brilliance. After graduating high school, she enrolled at Yale University to study history, but her curiosity led her across the Atlantic to Cambridge University, where she earned a Master of Philosophy in 2010, researching the origins of copyright law as a Gates Fellow. A legal historian at heart. Who knew? Returning to Yale for law school in 2013, she met J.D. Vance, her future husband, in a discussion group on social issues in white America. Their connection was instant, a spark that J.D. later immortalized in his memoir Hillbilly Elegy, calling Usha a genetic anomaly for her intelligence and charm. Romantic or calculated? You decide. Usha's legal career is where her star truly shone. She clerked for then-Circuit Judge Brett Kavanaugh in 2014, a role that placed her in the orbit of the Supreme Court's future justice. She later worked for Chief Justice John Roberts in 2015, handling complex cases with a precision that earned her respect in elite legal circles. At Munger, Tolles & Olson LLP, she tackled high-stakes litigation in education, technology, and entertainment, proving she was more than just a political spouse. But here's the kicker. She stepped away from her legal career when J.D. was tapped as Donald Trump's running mate in 2024, trading the courtroom for the campaign trail. Was it sacrifice or strategy? Her role as Second Lady, starting January 20, 2025, has been anything but conventional. Usha has avoided the spotlight, focusing on normalcy for her family while navigating diplomatic visits, like the April 2025 trip to India with J.D. and their children. Photos from the Akshardham Temple and Taj Mahal show her in Asian-inspired dresses, garlanded and graceful, yet her reserved demeanor keeps the world at arm's length. Is she playing the role of Second Lady or redefining it? Usha Vance isn't just the Second Lady, she's a legal powerhouse who traded briefs for diplomacy. But what's she planning next? Usha's personal life is a study in balance, a delicate dance between public duty and private devotion. She and J.D. Vance, married in 2014, have 3 children. Ewan, born 2017, Vivek, born 2020, and Mirabelle, born 2022. Ever wonder what it's like to raise kids in the White House spotlight? Usha keeps them out of the public eye, but glimpses emerge, like their Mother's Day 2025 hike, where J.D. baked dessert and the kids gifted her preschool-made presents too exciting to wait for the actual day. Talk about a family that knows how to steal your heart. During their India trip, the children donned traditional kurtas, charming the internet and sparking pride in Usha's ancestral village. But what stories do they tell when the cameras are off? Her parents, rooted in Andhra Pradesh's culture, remain enigmatic figures. Usha has described them as very relaxed, a contrast to her high-pressure life. Her sister, Shreya, is a rising star in engineering, a reminder that brilliance runs in the Chilukuri blood. Two sisters, one a public figure, the other a private genius. What's the dynamic there? Usha's Hindu faith, a cornerstone of her identity, shapes her family's traditions, from festive meals to cultural curiosity. JD, ever the experimental cook, has mastered Indian dishes, a nod to Usha's heritage that binds their family. A vice president cooking chana masala? That's a plot twist. Usha Vance's family is her anchor, but what secrets do they share behind closed doors? Keep reading to find out. Usha's relationship with JD Vance is the stuff of memoirs, literally. They met at Yale Law School, bonded over intellectual debates, and married in a ceremony that blended their cultures. JD's hillbilly elegy paints Usha as his rock, a woman whose intelligence and strength steadied his turbulent rise. But was their love story as smooth as it seems? Usha's political journey is a surprise in itself. Once a registered Democrat in 2014, she made a sharp pivot to support JD's MAGA-aligned campaign. A Damascene conversion or a calculated move? Her silence on the shift only deepens the mystery. Rumors of tension have surfaced, especially after a Greenland travel agency canceled a planned 2025 trip citing fears of a media spectacle. Usha was set to attend with one of her children, but the trip's pivot to include JD and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz raised eyebrows. Was it really just a family holiday? Her public appearances, like the warm reception in India, show a united front, but Usha's reserved nature fuels speculation. What's the real story behind her smile? Usha and JD Vance are a power couple, but every power couple has a shadow. What's theirs? Usha Vance's net worth is a topic of intrigue, with estimates ranging from $1.5 million to $4 million in 2025, largely tied to her legal career and shared assets with JD. The Times of India notes their $1.8 million Cincinnati home, purchased in 2017 as a key asset, alongside JD's earnings from Hillbilly Elegy and his venture capital ventures. But here's the shocker. Usha's wealth isn't just from law. She's a savvy investor with whispers of stakes in tech startups, a nod to her Silicon Valley connections. A second lady with a venture capital side hustle? Now that's unexpected. Her lifestyle blends elegance with simplicity. In India, she wore Asian-inspired dresses, earning praise for her cultural nod. At home, she prioritizes family hikes and quiet moments, a stark contrast to the glitz of Washington. Her role as Emporio Armani's fragrance ambassador in 2025, alongside Nicholas Galitzine, hints at a growing public persona, yet she remains grounded, baking with her kids and embracing her Hindu roots. A life of glamour and garlands? How does she do it all? Usha Vance's wealth is growing, but her lifestyle is a mystery. What's the secret to her balance? Ready for some curveballs? Usha's character in Hillbilly Elegy was played by Frida Pinto in the 2020 Netflix film, a casting choice that sparked debate for its authenticity. Did Usha approve, or was she silently unimpressed? She's a foodie at heart, with a love for her family's Andhra Pradesh recipes, and JD's dessert experiments are a family hit. Her visit to India in April 2025 wasn't just diplomatic, it was a homecoming, with her children exploring their heritage in kurtas she personally shopped for. And get this, her ancestral village built a temple where her family once lived, hoping she'd visit. Talk about a legacy. Usha's also a cultural chameleon, navigating MAGA rallies and Indian temples with equal grace. Her silence on political controversies, like the H-1B visa debates during a 2025 Silicon Valley meeting with Asha Jadeja Motwani, speaks volumes. Is she a diplomat or a strategist? Her sister Shreya's engineering feats suggest a family of overachievers, yet Usha's the one in the spotlight. What's next for this trailblazer? Usha Vance is more than a second lady, she's a cultural icon with surprises up her sleeve. Bet you didn't see that coming. Usha Vance is a paradox. A private soul in a public role, a legal mind in a political world, a daughter of Andhra Pradesh shining in America's capital. From her Yale days to her White House duties, she's crafted a life that's both relatable and unreachable. Her Indian trip in 2025, her poised silence, her family's warmth, all paint a picture of a woman who's more than meets the eye. Will we ever truly know Usha Vance? One thing's certain, her story is far from over and the world is watching. Keep your eyes on this enigma, because she's rewriting the rules of power, grace, and mystery.